Hi Internet, I'm John Appleseed. Welcome to my YouTube channel where we do a daily crossword puzzle. Today we've got the Saturday New York Times crossword for the 22nd of August 2026. Adrian Johnson is our constructor today and Will Shorts edits the New York Times puzzle. Let's get into it. So this is a nice Saturday grid, long stacks in the northwest and southeast corners, shorter stacks in the horizontally speaking anyway in the opposite corners. All right, this kind of looks like a Saturday. Typically there's no theme for a Saturday puzzle, just some rather difficult clues. Saturday is meant to be the most difficult puzzle of the week in the New York Times. Okay, one across is dish such as Germany's Hassenpfeffer. That is rabbit based, right? Rabbit pepper rabbit. Is it peppery or is it rabbit or something? One down, into each life some blank must fall. A quote from Longfellow. I think that is rain. Two down, common word in Latin, dating. Dates in Latin usually have the word anno in them, year. Three down, tournament passes. So if you pass in a round of a tournament, you don't have to play that round. That's called a bye. I think that's what that is getting at. Four down, analytical graphic that divides data into quartiles. So, an XY grid, I don't know what that's called. Five down, having communication. No, six down is she played Sandy Lester in Tootsie. Terry Garr, I think, was in that film. No, that doesn't fit. Sandy Lester, don't know. Seven down, Arthur Silverstein, that's shell. Pardon me for a momentary coughing fit. Okay, we had shell put in for seven down. Eight down is as I see it. Nope, nine down, many members of Kuwait's Al Sabah royal line. Not sure about that. And 10 down, Crisco competitor, some other kind of shortening or cooking grease. Nope, let's go back. So yeah, rabbit might be the beginning. Is it rabbit? Maybe rabbit stew. A rabbit. Hassenpfeffer is an example of a rabbit stew. 15 across. Hello, follower. Anyone home, you might say, after the word hello. 17 across is beset by impossible circumstances. In extremis fits with a box something for the analytical graphic. So let's try in extremis. Or beset by impossible in circumstances. 19 across. Let's talk about it afterward. No something. No. We'll go back to the downs. Analytical graphic that divides data into quartiles. A box chart graph. I'm not sure. Having communication. We're in talks. Okay, you might say that. Six down, she played. So, maybe Terry only has one R in her first name. Terry Garr. Yeah, let's try it that way. Then, as I see it, to me, emirs might be the members of Kuwait's Al Sabah royal line. Crisco competitor, Wesson Oil. I think that's right. No spoilers. Let's talk about it afterward. Don't tell me about the movie before we see it. Tell me afterward. Then it's not going to be in talks for having communication. I'm not sure. 21 across. Haul. A truck can be a haul or a rig. I'm going to come back to that section. 11 across is set of 24 for a box jellyfish. What would a jellyfish have 24 of? Eyes? I'm not sure about that. 16 across, straight up. Nope. 18 across, blank noche, tonight. In Spanish would be esta noche. Tonight won't be just any night. Tonight will be no morning star. A new for 20 across, from scratch, maybe. 14 across, popular topping for fish tacos. You might have some kind of cabbage slaw on there, so I think a new might be right. 13 down the hatch, perhaps. So food has gone down the hatch. It has been eaten. 12 down, absolutely, positively. Nope. And 11 down, volume control device. Not sure about that. There's a question mark at the end, so some kind of joke. So volume might be volume of a book, like a library card or something could be a volume control device. 22 across, convinced of. You sold me on it. I am now sold on it. I am convinced. Hardly a luxury. So if you need it, it's not a luxury. Volume control device. Okay, an e-reader, like a Nook or something like that, could be controlling your volumes of e-texts. Let's try eyes for what a bottle jellyfish might have 24 of. Straight up, real. Yes, no drama? For absolutely positively, yes, no drama. Maybe. Segment could be a leg of a trip, and 31 across net, alternative net income versus gross income. Yes, no doubt. I like that better than no drama. I think that works. 38 across, let me think. Maybe with two M's or maybe an H. Icebreaker. 23 across, iconic hairstyle of Jane Fonda and Stevie Nicks. I'm thinking feathered for that. There must be some kind of word for that. I don't know. I'll come back to that one too. Okay, let's try here. 24 across, Benjamin Franklin invention of the 1780s. Bifocals. He invented bifocals. That was a great scene in The Office where they had a Benjamin Franklin impersonator, a historical reenactor, and Dwight was quizzing him and asked him if he was nearsighted or farsighted, and he said both. That's why I invented the bifocals. In character, it was hilarious. Okay, 24 down, smoking events. For short, barbecues, events where you might smoke meats. 25 down, major exporter of pistachios. A lot of pistachios come from Iran, I happen to know. 26 down, tidbits of Greek culture. Again with a question mark, is it something to do with yogurt? Greek yogurt. Culture might be bacteria there. Fellows. Brethren, maybe? I don't know what 4 down is. The analytical graphic. A box. And having communication in touch. Okay. In touch is having communication. Haul, to lug. And then a box plot. Okay, that took a while to get. I think this is brethren for the fellows. You are my brethren, my fellow male people. Mideast shrub with leaves that are chewed as stimulant. Okay, cot is one way to spell it. I think more commonly I see it with a KH. Irreverence of a sort. Let's try snark for that. That gives us 39 across. 27 down, Francis's successor. Pope Francis was succeeded by Pope Leo the 14th. Dipped out. Snuck out, maybe? It includes a series of stations, a route like the Pony Express route would have a series of stations, something like that. Let's try snuck out for 28 down, 36 down, support while en pointe. That is the ballet position, I think, where the dancer is standing on one toe. 37 down, I, O, U, and Y, but not A or E. Okay. So meant to make us think of the vowels, A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y, but that's not what it is. I, O, U, and Y, but not A or E. I don't know what that is. 42 across, names shared by the locales of the University of South Carolina and the University of Missouri. It's not the University of South Carolina, it's University of South Carolina. So maybe it's only one university in South Carolina. University of Columbia, I think there's a Columbia in South Carolina. Let's try that. 32 down, icebreaker. But a ship, an iconic hairstyle. I still don't know what that is. 47 across. Refrain from foul language. Say, keep it clean. Keep it PG. Shag is a hairstyle. Okay, then I guess a ship could break an iceberg. Oh no, a ship is an icebreaker is a kind of ship. Overthinking that one. Yeah, an icebreaker is a ship that can sail through ice. Okay, there we go. Then we get with two H's. Okay, I was thinking maybe UHM or UMM, but not UHH. But that's what it is. Keep it PG was the key to completing that section. 45 across. What might wind up in your mattress? Coil is something that winds up, and mattresses have coils in them, coiled springs. Let's try that. 41 down, engage in tomfoolery, maybe to kid around. 26 down, tidbits of Greek culture. So not, I was thinking along the right lines with yogurt, with culture, relating to yogurt, but it's not yogurt, it's cheese. Cheese also has bacterial cultures in it. Follow around to shadow. Me and my shadow strolling down the avenue. Just me and my shadow, got no one to tell my troubles to. 51 across, many a guest writer's piece, I think could be an op-ed in a newspaper. 58 across, tied up with. No, 60 across is Lydic of The Daily Show. Does he? I think it's Lydic, but I apologize. I'm not sure about the pronunciation. 62 across, acknowledged. I feel seen or acknowledged. So then success in another's field could be a road win in the opponent's arena. 51 down, the longer they are, the harder they'll be able to beat. I think that is true of odds. And 48 down, a binge is a spree. When I'm out on a quiet spree, fighting vainly that old ennui, and I suddenly turn and see your fabulous face. So that gives us Drew for tied up with for 58 across, and I'm not sure about that. Odds, spree, feta cheese, and road win. Tied up with Drew. Drew even is a phrase. I guess that's what that means. You drew even with someone, you tied up with them. Maybe. I'm just not sure, but everything else seems to look right. If I've got something wrong, that's what it's going to be. 46 down, contract winner typically would be the low bid. Typically 49 down, maker of the hacky sack and hula hoop by Whammo, which I think is spelled like that. They made frisbees and hula hoops. Thanks to TV commercials from my youth. I think it's Wham-O, maybe Wham-O. 53 down, part of. Nope, 54 down is lacking slack. Let's try taut there. 37 down. IOU and Y. Are all of these elemental symbols on the periodic table? I could be iodine. O I think is oxygen, and U is uranium. Yeah, I don't know what Y is, but let's try elements. 43 down, Ivist is a kind of a nouveau riche, somebody who shows up on the scene without kind of a family history. I'm not sure. 44 down, subcompact vehicle, maybe a minivan kind of fits, but I don't know what that gives us for 50 across. Oh, that's not the REVs. That's Portal released concurrently with Windows 95, maybe Microsoft Network, MSN. Could this be let's spell Columbia like the city in South Carolina rather than the country in South America? Then we can get an upstart for an REVist. Genetically rare feline that represents autumn in Chinese astronomy. It's got to be a white something, maybe a white tiger. 59 across. It's commonly made upside down. A banana. What? This is a travesty. I'm outraged. And relax, it'll be fine. Don't. Something. Part of. If you are part of a plot or something, you're in on it. Don't. Is it a mini car? A banana cake, maybe? Greenish plum variety. Don't know that. Barely makes out. Ekes out. That's a common crossword answer. And wine list header, you might have reds, wines, or reds, whites, and rosés. Let's try banana cake for something that may be made upside down, maybe like a pineapple upside down cake. Don't stress. It'll be fine. That gives us mini car for the subcompact vehicle. And gauge. That sounds like it could be the name of a variety of plum. I'm not familiar with it, but let's hope that's right. Yes. E, finish the puzzle. Just a little bit over 15 minutes for a Saturday puzzle, which is kind of quick for me. Usually I'll do a Saturday closer to 25 minutes. So I feel like maybe I was on the right wavelength for a lot of these. Rabbit, I thought one might run across dish such as Germany's Hassenpfeffer. I thought that might have rabbit in it, or maybe pepper. And once we got some crossing letters, then rabbit came pretty quick to that. Box plot. I didn't know what that was to begin with, and even after I got the box, I couldn't think of a four-letter word that would end that, so a little bit embarrassed about that one. Bifocals, probably I wouldn't have thought of that without the episode of The Office where that was featured. Brethren came okay. Cot, I haven't seen that spelling, but I've seen enough Middle Eastern words where K, H, and Q are interchanged in the transliteration, so that wasn't too hard to figure out. And I did spell Colombia incorrectly. I've spent some time in the South American country of Colombia, so I'm kind of used to correcting people or using the correct pronunciation and spelling. But Columbia would be the city in South Carolina, where I guess the University of South Carolina is. Banana cake, I had to get the ending from the crossings there, so cake and gauge. Luckily, cake wasn't too hard to guess because I wouldn't have gotten gauge without filling in all the acrosses. I just don't know that as a plum variety. All right, I hope you enjoyed watching. Please come back for more puzzles and games. I'll see you next time.